past 28 years, I've been engaged in transformational work. I have studied neuroscience, philosophy, theology, human behavior, human potential, and I would say I am quite the expert on blind spots. The reality is, none of us can become experts on blind spots by definition. Stick with me for the next 6 minutes, and I can promise you, you will have 3 ways to start to identify blind spots that are influencing your everyday life in ways you don't even suspect. And joining us today is my good friend and colleague, Wiley Cortez.
I believe when you lead with judgment or don't take time to see if there's blind spots, it limits your growth, period.
Wiley is a successful entrepreneur, creative thinker, influencer. I think you'll really enjoy him. Hey, come here. Yeah, here's one place you can look to see where blind spots form. Judgments influence perception in 2 ways. Perception about yourself and perception about other people. So let's say if I have a perception about myself that sounds something like, I'm not good at math. That judgment about self is going to create an environment where you're looking for evidence to support that particular judgment. So in a situation where I might need to do some math, just addition and subtraction, okay? I can't even see it as a possibility, and I'll make mistakes or I'll avoid responsibility in that specific area. And what happens is it limits what's possible with myself and my perception about what's important, what's needed. And I see it all the time in business and with clients. Even if it's a judgment that you might say is positive, well, I'm a really friendly person. If I tell myself that, I am naturally going to not see the times that I'm less than friendly. Every judgment has a shadow side. The reality is, nobody's friendly all the time. Sometimes we are, sometimes we're not. Yes, you may have a default that drives you more in one direction, but if you've decided that's how you categorically are, it would be very difficult to see when that is not true. Now, the same is true about your perception of others.
I was dreading having a hard conversation with a business partner in one of my ventures, and I was just like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to, like the outcome was playing out in my mind of what was going to be taking place.
Yeah.
The outcome of that conversation though was so good in how we moved forward in that relationship. And that judgment that I was holding leading up to that conversation, I realized, oh man, it actually didn't even turn out that way.
Yeah.
It wasn't fully what I was experiencing or thinking. What it also did is it opened up for me the ability to have more conversations like that. The judgment was holding me back from having the conversation, but once I had the conversation, and I've had conversations like those where they turn out horrible too.
Yeah,
but
absolutely. No
there's
guarantees.
some great ones. Yeah, there's no guarantees.
You know what my brain does? Same thing your brain does. Optimizes for efficiency, not accuracy. So that's number 1. Number 2, they limit empathy. If we've judged someone as difficult and we're looking for ways they're difficult, the minute we encounter them, our guard is naturally up. We are listening through a certain type of filter. We're imagining that they're being aggressive when maybe they're just being clear. There's a domino effect. So when I decide someone is difficult, I find them difficult, I create scenarios where I listen through the filter of, this is them being difficult again, isn't it? And it reduces my curiosity. I'm not going to be curious when I'm certain. When I've already decided there's no reason to be curious. And what happens when certainty replaces curiosity? Nothing new. And when I stop being curious about other people, who they are, what they're going through, what kind of battle they're fighting, then I limit my ability to connect. So where's the blind spot here? Oftentimes I find when people feel disconnected or lonely, they've limited their empathy and they've accelerated their judgment. And all of this creates huge blind spots. So you may be in a situation where you feel like, I don't have anyone around me, when the reality is there's a lot of people around you and maybe even coming towards you. You just can't see them. Number 3, our judgments prevent feedback from landing.
one of the things that I've struggled with, if I could share about my own personal journey with this in blind spots and judgments, is it was really tough for me for somebody to share that with me. Meaning if they shared like feedback on a particular thing, because I was taking it as, why are you saying that to me? Because the way I thought of it was, you're attacking me as a person, as opposed to, hey, this is just an experience I had with you in a conversation that we had, or this is something that I'm seeing that you're doing that may or may not be working.
If I think I'm a failure, I'm unworthy, I don't do anything right. When someone gives me a compliment, I will naturally think that it's insincere, that they're just blowing smoke, they're just lying to me. My mistrust will increase, and I refuse to receive other people's perspective as at least as valuable as my own. So my self-judgment creates a self-righteousness, even if it's about something that I would say I don't like. On the flip side, if I decide I am a certain way and people give me feedback, that feedback will bounce off. It will occur to me like a threat or a problem, and then what I'll probably end up doing is judging the people giving me the feedback instead of considering it and receiving it. How do you expect to grow to accurately see yourself if you don't have a mirror? Judgments cloud the mirror that other people are for us. The problem with this one is it dulls the mirror that other people are intended to be for us. So when I'm hearing things coming from the outside, there's nowhere for them to land. And when there's nowhere for feedback to land, there's no place for me to grow. There's no possibility of growth. I am stuck in my own subjective conversation about who I am and how I am and what my impact is on the world. Now that you've seen this one, be on the lookout for my next video where we'll talk about how to actually uncover blind spots. Hey, do me a favor, like, subscribe, ring the bell, make a comment. I'd love to hear from you.